and welcome to today's vlog. Today I'm on the Barbican, specifically Southside Street here in Plymouth. This is the first time I've been sort of anywhere other than getting a tattoo. This is the first time I've been anywhere on my own for sort of more than an hour, and I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna look in some shops. We've got a couple of places that I specifically want to go to, but yeah, I'm quite excited. I am feeling a little bit nervous because I find the Barbican, as you can see from the cobbled streets, isn't the best for people with mobility issues. The pavement can be a bit uneven. I find the pavement's a little bit slippy sometimes. I used to work in a building behind me right over there, and I have, on the way to get the papers in the morning, I have fallen over on the Barbican a few times and sort of quite badly hurt myself. So I'm a little bit apprehensive about being here on my own, and I nearly didn't come out. But I'm here now, I'm going to have a walk around, and I'm very excited. So it's only a short one. I'm not planning on doing a lot. I can't really do a lot of walking around, so I'm not going to do a lot of walking around. Yeah, I'll show you some of the shops I go in, and I'll show you around Southside Street. It's pretty quiet today, which is nice. Hopefully some of the shops will be open. So I've made it down to the far end of Southside Street, and now I'm going to go and have a look in the Barbican Antiques and Craft Centre and Parade Antiques. The Barbican Antiques and Craft Centre is made up of lots of different units. There's lots of antique places in there, collectibles, there's a toy shop, there's a sort of a Pokemon card trading shop, which is very cool. There are lots of stairs though, and no lift access, so if you have mobility issues, this place is not accessible. The stairs are actually quite steep and rickety as well, and there's only a handrail on one side, so they aren't the easiest stairs to get up anyway. I've left the Antiques and Craft Centre now, and I'm heading up to Parade Antiques, which is a really fun place. I urge you to come and visit here and just have a look around, because there is some really mad stuff in here. It's just tucked away out of the back a little, so you have to head up the slope a little bit more past the craft centre, and you'll find it under the archway. Sexy Kama Sutra ornaments, anyone? They're right here if you want them. Parade Antiques. And yes, I did for a brief moment see this dog stood up in the shop and thought it was a stuffed dog. Check out my hat, looks okay there. Straighten my jumper. When you come out of Parade Antiques and head back towards Southside Street, don't forget to look up as you come under the archway, because there's this really weird, like, a fisherman scene. It's been there for as long as I can remember. So I'm on the Barbican now. I've been in Parade Antiques. There's some really cool stuff in there, including Compo's ferret from Last of the Summer Wife. He was stuffed in a box, obviously, but it was pretty cool. I'm going to go and get some fish and chips now. I'm really hot. I decided not to bring a proper coat, and I'm really glad about that, but I have had to take my scarf off because it is really warm walking around. So I'm sure there are more dignified places to sit than right outside the public toilets. but they seem to have taken all of the benches away. So this was the only bench I could find to sit down on that isn't like attached to a restaurant. So that's not great. I don't know where people are supposed to sit down on the Barbican now, but fine. So anyway, I'm sat outside the toilets, but luckily the view in front of me is quite nice. So Harbourside on Southside Street, a completely gluten-free fish and chip shop. They have sort of a big restaurant and then basically a hole in the wall that you can just go in and get takeaway chips and fish from, but everything is gluten-free. It's all done in gluten-free batter. Everything all the time is gluten-free, and they're actually really, really good. The chips are amazing. These were cooked whilst I was in there a minute ago, and I've never tried the fish before. I usually have the battered halloumi because I love halloumi, and you don't often get a chance to have gluten-free battered halloumi. But the halloumi is amazing, and the halloumi just comes with a sweet chili dipping sauce. I love it. It's amazing. The batter is really nice for gluten-free batter as well. So yeah, that's Harbourside fish and chips on the Barbican. Not only is there nowhere to sit, there's also nowhere to pee because all the toilets are out of order. So that's really good. I don't know how long they've been out of order for, but no wheeze for me. So I found a toilet. I paid 20p for a wee, and I've got a timed wee. It's going to take me 10 minutes to clean the toilet seat enough to want to sit on it. This toilet is disgusting, and I've had to pay 20p to use a disgusting toilet. Fabulous. So I'm heading back up Southside Street now to where I started from, and I'm going to have a look in some of the shops to see what I can find. And especially for my brother, I found a Billy Joe Spears record in the charity shop. Let me know if you want me to get it for you. It is starting to look a little bit like it's going to chuck it down, so I'm hoping the weather holds out a little bit longer. You can also buy a picture of what I thought was Des Lynam, but is actually Stan Lee. I'm heading into the house that Jack built now, which is a really cool building. Definitely come in here, definitely check it out. There's lots of lovely little shops inside, and it's a really cool building. It's a really quirky little place, and it's sort of got all windy paths and these cool like little water fountains and displays. These have changed a bit over the years. Sometimes there are fairies or trolls or goblins and things in them. It's a really cool place just to come and have a look round. It's really nice inside the house that Jack built. And don't forget to come out of the back and have a look at what made the building famous, the Robert Lenkovich painting, which is up the side of the building. It's a bit tatty now. They have painted it fairly recently, but I think there is restoration work going on. So I think I'm about done now. I'm quite hot. I'm very tired. I've had my fish and chips, well, halloumi and chips. I've bought a couple of things, and now I'm going to head home. This was my trip to the Barbican. Hi, I've just gotten home. It was fun. It's sort of out of the tourist season. The Barbican and Southside Street are quite touristy areas here in Plymouth. and because we're out of tourist season at the moment, it wasn't too busy, which was nice. It was a little bit drizzly at times, but mostly the weather held out and it didn't feel overly cold. Sometimes sort of being around the Barbican and the Hoe, it can feel quite chilly, it's quite windy, but today actually it wasn't too bad, and I'm really glad that I made the decision not to take a big proper coat, because I think I would have actually melted. I mean, I melted in just a jumper and a denim jacket, and I did have to take my scarf off and carry my scarf around. I kept the hat on, which is why I've got lovely hair now. So yeah, I am really proud of myself today. It's been years since I left the house on my own to do something like this. I've been out on my own for like hospital appointments and to get a tattoo and stuff, but to actually leave the house, go somewhere on my own, go in shops on my own, have to talk to people on my own, pay for things on my own and order things on my own was quite daunting. And like I said, to be fair, this morning I had a valid excuse not to have gone, but I got through that issue this morning and managed to head in, and I'm glad I did. It was really fun, and actually I think I would definitely go down to the Barbican again. I don't think I would venture into sort of the town centre on my own, but I think I would definitely go to the Barbican again, because I would like to see some of the shops. Some of the shops I would have liked to have had a look in were closed. One shop that I wanted to have a look around in was full of little old ladies from St Ives talking about baby booties, and they were a little bit rude, so I didn't really get to look in that shop. I felt a bit uncomfortable because none of them had masks on, and none of them really knew what personal space was, let alone social distancing. So I would like to go and have another look in that shop. I'd like to have a look in the Parade Antiques for just have another look around. But yeah, I'm really glad I went. So I hope this was a nice little look into some of the things you might find down on the Barbican on Southside Street. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thanks for joining me, and I'll be back soon with another video.